Hi everyone. So today we're going to be talking about nutrition and longevity and how what you eat can help you live a healthy and long life. I'm here with my colleague, our nutritionist and product manager, Emma.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm excited to talk to you today about how nutrition plays a role in living a long and healthy life. So, hopefully, you'll learn a few things and just be able to sort of go forward and be more mindful about how what you eat plays a big role in preserving your health.
Brilliant. Cool. So let's dive straight in. What are the kind of key components that you would say promotes longevity?
So I guess it's not massively complicated. It's not rocket science. So it's just thinking about eating whole nutrient dense foods. So think about colourful foods like fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins and healthy fats. So what we mean by lean proteins are sort of like less fatty proteins. So things like chicken and salmon as opposed to red meats, or if you follow a plant-based diet, beans and pulses, which are great. And even if you don't follow a plant-based diet, I would definitely recommend trying to incorporate these foods into your diet. It's also really important to try to avoid processed foods. It can be difficult, especially in this day and age, but try and check the label and avoid foods that have added sugars and lots of added salts. And just try to be more mindful about your eating, because that can also play a role in contributing to your overall well-being. So just taking time to consider what you eat and sit and enjoy it, rather than sort of frantically rushing to eat.
Brilliant. Yeah, some really good tips there. I'm just going to scroll down. I can cut these out, these pauses. Um, so let's talk a bit more about kind of specific nutrients. Are there any specific nutrients that are beneficial for healthy aging?
Yeah, definitely. So things like antioxidants, so vitamin C and E. What these do in your body is they help to protect your cells from what we call oxidative stress, so which is caused by inflammation. And high levels of oxidative stress can contribute to aging. So foods that are rich in vitamins like vitamin C and E are fruits and vegetables. Um, Other foods which are really important are things like omega-3 fatty acids, so DHA and EPA. So these are really great for your brain and for heart health. Um, Thinking about getting older, you want to preserve your bone and your muscle mass. So things like calcium and vitamin D are great for bone health, and muscle mass is protein. And also thinking about things like fibre. So fibre is really important for your gut microflora. It also helps to aid digestion. And a healthy gut leads to a healthy body. So yeah, just a few to think about.
Amazing. Yeah, quite a lot there. Are there any kind of common mistakes that people make when they're trying to eat healthy, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. I think historically there's always been this perception that calories are what drive health. So a lot of people will probably tend to focus on low calorie foods, rather than high quality food. So just because something is low in calories doesn't necessarily it's going to be beneficial for health. Because when you think about a food, you want to think about it more holistically in terms of what it's providing. It's not just the calories that it's providing, which is what your body uses, which is energy essentially. It's all those other things like the micronutrients, like the vitamin C and the vitamin E that we've just spoke about. Um, so thinking about quality over quantity of calories, um, and also avoiding things. So things like avoiding fats is definitely something that you see a lot. So rather than eating fats, you might choose a product that's low in fat, which will then actually be substituted with sugar. And then on the topic of sugar, foods that are highly processed that come from sugary sources, so things like fruit juices and fruit juices is essentially they can actually lead to you consuming sort of high amounts of sugar than you'd expect. So yeah.
Yeah, and they can lead to those blood sugar spikes, can't they?
Yeah, definitely, which can cause sort of changes in your hunger cues. So yeah, so we want to be thinking about good quality whole foods rather than foods that have been processed or that are advocating to be low in something, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best thing for you.
Yeah, that's so true. It's so difficult with like low fat options because you do really have to look at the labels, don't you, and see, and then you see actually there's more sugar
Yeah,
in
definitely.
this than the normal
Yeah,
like
it's all about thinking
version.
if there's not those fats which do actually offer a health benefit, then what is there in place? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, brilliant. Really interesting. And how can someone make kind of sustainable changes to their diet without feeling overwhelmed?
Yeah, so sustainability is definitely becoming a much bigger topic in the food world. I think we are all, as consumers, much more aware of how the food that we can play an impact on the planet. Um, but I guess, as with any change, you want to be aware of it, but you want to sort of start small. So don't overwhelm yourself feeling like you need to change everything at once. Just sort of identify one thing that you could do um, per week, and then build on from there. So, for example, you could try to eat a plant-based meal once a week, and then once that becomes more familiar, you could eat more plant-based meals per week, or even have more sort of like substitutions. So, for example, if you were going to cook a chicken meal, you could swap it for tofu. So just really simple swaps like that that are easy to keep track of, I'd say, are the best ways to get started.
Yeah, for sure. It's like baby
Yeah.
steps, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, great. And would you say like a that hydration plays a role in longevity at all?
Yeah, definitely. Hydration is definitely really important for all body functions, ranging from digestion to cognition and how we feel. We all know that when we feel dehydrated, we can feel quite sluggish and tired, and it can lead to headaches and feeling fatigue. So I definitely recommend drinking lots of water throughout the day. It's also um, important because I think sometimes when we get dehydrated, we might think that we're hungry. So it helps to sort of regulate your eating patterns too.
Yeah, that is so true. I often find if I'm like mega dehydrated, I'm ravenous. So yeah, good to keep sipping throughout the day for sure. Um, and gut health is like a massive topic of conversation at the moment. But is there any links between gut health and longevity as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's an evolving space in the nutrition world in terms of our knowledge of how gut plays a role in long term health and well being. But a lot of research that's come out recently suggests that good gut health supports better digestion, it supports better immunity, and there's links between things like your skin health and also your mental health. So yeah, they say good health starts in the gut. So we mentioned earlier about eating lots of fruits and vegetables and also fibre, and that they are great for your gut, as well as great for you. So they're good ways to nourish that gut microflora. But you can also eat probiotic rich foods. So what I mean by probiotic is foods that contain live bacteria which are beneficial to your gut health. So things like yogurt and kefir and fermented vegetables, they can help to maintain a balanced gut.
Yeah, nice. I think one of my favourites is sauerkraut. I'm a big fan, and kimchi as well. Love
Made.
that. Love that fermented cabbage. Cool. And are there any specific kind of eating patterns that you would kind of recommend for supporting healthy aging?
Yeah, the one that springs to mind, and we've been all um, banging on about it for years and years, is the Mediterranean diet. And it is one of the most researched diets for longevity. So it really emphasizes whole foods, so whole food, plant-based foods, whole grains, healthy fats, and lean proteins, while limiting processed foods and red meat. So yeah, I definitely say that if you're looking for recipe inspiration or wanting to do a meal plan, then have a Google of Mediterranean diet recipes or Mediterranean diet food plan for the week, and you'll be on track for good eating.
Yeah, that's a great shout. And lots of olive oil. Brilliant. And do you have any kind of final tips for healthy aging at all?
Um, yeah, I think it's important to not sort of get too stressed about food, and try to prioritize balance, variety, and moderation. So, um, yeah, just most of the time try to eat real and whole foods as much as possible. But yeah, if you're going out with friends and you want to indulge, then don't limit yourself, because it is also important to have those social experiences, and to enjoy yourself from time to time. Um, Also staying active, so making sure that we're moving every day. So whether that's a walk or yoga or a gym class, just a little something every day just to keep your body strong is really important for aging. Um, yeah, I think that they're the most important things in my opinion.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much. I think there's loads of great tips there
Yeah,
that we can kind of incorporate into our daily lives. And I think you're right, it's about small steps and just being consistent. So,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah, definitely consistency, small steps, and just identifying those simple swaps that you can make, because then it feels much more
manageable.
manageable.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Emma. That was really insightful. And I think there's loads of really great tips in there. If anyone has any specific questions, then feel free to drop them in the comments. But yeah, I hope you found the tips helpful.
Yeah, thanks everyone. And yes, as Gemma said, if there is anything specific that you want to learn about, let us know. And yeah, we look forward to chatting again soon.